Well, top of the morning to you. So today is Tuesday, March 28th, day 11 on the Appalachian Trail. So today we are going from Sassafras Gap Shelter to Cable Gap Shelter. It's 15 miles, and that sets us up with a 7-mile hike tomorrow to the hotel. So the idea is I get there early enough to actually maximize my stay there. So today is a beautiful day, nice and cool. I started out with shorts and a t-shirt, so I didn't have to remove any layers, and it's going well. If I see anything or think of anything, I'll let you know. So at the shelter last night, there was a woman with her 2 kids, 7 and 9, 2 boys, and they're doing the whole trail up to Maine. The older boy, who's 9, has already done the Pacific Crest Trail. So he's like almost on his way. He's on his way to be a Triple Crowner by the time he's a teenager. But it was interesting to watch the dynamics, because really it reminded me of Brian and Cindy when Cole was young, and they would give Cole as much responsibility for taking care of himself as they could when he was young. And it was the same sort of thing, like the kids had to pack up their own sleeping bags and had to pack up their own clothes, and then she would dish out the day's food and they would have to put that into their packs. And she said their packs weighed about 7 or 8 pounds loaded. So it was actually really interesting to see. And the funny thing is, though, while all the adults are just kind of hanging around after a hard day of hiking, these 2 kids are running through the woods playing swords with sticks. And it's sort of like a dog when you take it for a hike and it's running all around and you're just struggling just to meet the straight mile, But yeah, I was very impressed with this woman. So also last night in the shelter was a couple from Kodiak, Alaska. And guess what? They're retired coasties. So I was talking to them about Ashley and Jill and the Monroe. I forget what they called it, like a bucket of bolts, something like that. Like the thing was ready to fall apart. But yeah. Oh, and then the night before the shelter was this woman from Greenfield, Mass. She's hiked around Mount Greylock and everything. And her trail name was Patch McCracken. I love that trail name. I think that's kind of cool. Patch McCracken. So I just had some of the best trail magic so far, man, from this Bill and Melissa. So she had fresh pineapple, bananas, orange slices. This is what I had. And then they had hot coffee and muffins. So I had a hot coffee and a quarter of a muffin. Big, but they were big muffins cut into quarters. So, and then I had a chili dog. They had chili dogs, and then they had vegetarian chili dogs in case you didn't eat meat. Oh, and I had a V8. Oh, it was awesome. It's so funny because I had another 2 miles to go before I was going to stop for lunch. But I don't need to stop for lunch now. Oh, they were wonderful, wonderful people. They also had a box of postcards and stamps, and they said if you want to write a note, you could write a note and they would mail it. I didn't partake in that. They also had a bag full of candy, chips, you name it. They had it there. You know what I've been finding? It's I don't know if it's because I don't eat sugar anymore, but I'm really not craving sweets. Or maybe, you know what it really is? It's probably I don't drink tea or coffee on the trail, so I don't need to have my crumpet with it. But, back there I had a coffee, and yes, I had a muffin. So maybe that's what I need to do. I need to stay away from coffee and tea so I don't have to keep eating my crumpets. But I have no cravings for sugar stuff. It's kind of funny. All right, signing out. Could that be Fontana Dam? Could that be Fontana Dam off in the distance? I don't know. All right, so I called Fontana Lodge to make my reservation. Now in the 2023 AT guide, it says that special through hiker rates are $79 per night. Now when I called them, now the rates are $99 per night. Plus I need to take a shuttle for $3 to get there and another $3 to get back. Plus I'm going to need to pay to do my laundry. So like, you think about it, when I stayed at Around the Bend, it was $40. They had a free shuttle. They had a free continental breakfast. They had free laundry, free showers. Okay, so you're in a bunk room, right? But it was $80 if you wanted a private room. So I just decided I'm going to go to the post office, pick up my resupply, and I'll stay at the Fontana Hilton. Now the Fontana Hilton is probably the largest shelter on the AT. It's right there at Fontana Dam. And I think they put it there with so many, to hold so many people so that because they don't want people probably camping all around town. So I don't know, I just kind of, as soon as I found out the rate, oh, and check-in was not till 4. So this whole plan of getting there like by noontime and checking in early, they said I could check in early if the room was clean, but I mean, kind of taking a gamble. So all in all, I just felt like being as frugal as I am, that it wasn't worth it. I'll stay at the shelter. I'll find some hostels a little bit later on to stay at. Alrighty, so that's the latest. This tree is eating this sign.